If you're thinking about preserving your own food at home, making healthy snacks without all those weird additives, or just finding a smarter way to use seasonal produce before it goes bad, a food dehydrator might be the best kitchen investment you make this year. But here's the thing, there are massive differences between models, and picking the wrong one means half-dried food, plastic trays stained forever, or a machine that sounds like a hairdryer at 3 in the morning. Today, I am breaking down the 7 best food dehydrators available in Europe, from ultra-compact premium units to full stainless steel powerhouses. All the product links are in the description. Let's get into it. First up, the WMF Kitchen Mini Snack to Go. And look, this thing is a masterclass in compact design. WMF is a German brand with decades of reputation in premium kitchenware, and it shows in every detail. A 250-watt motor housed in their signature Chromargen stainless steel base, digital controls from 30 to 70 degrees Celsius, and a 24-hour timer with automatic shutoff. The 5 trays use stainless steel mesh, a huge leap over the plastic you find in almost every competitor. But what really blows me away is the noise level. You can run this overnight in an open-plan studio and never even notice it is on, which is something you absolutely cannot say about most dehydrators. Because it is compact, you need to slice everything thin, but WMF included a food-grade silicone mold for sticky mixtures like granola bars or energy bites. If you have ever watched honey seep through the mesh straight into the motor, you know exactly why that mold is gold. Picture this. Sunday evening, you slice up kiwi and apple, set the timer, go to sleep, and Monday morning, you have a full week of crispy snacks ready for your bag. That is the WMF lifestyle. Now, if you want to get started without risking your wallet, the Egostar Crispy is a phenomenal entry point. 240 watts, 5 BPA-free plastic trays, LED panel covering 30 to 70 degrees. But wait for this, a 99-hour timer. Sounds like overkill until you realize it is perfect for ultra-slow drying at 30 degrees, where edible flowers or delicate herbs need extremely long, patient sessions to dry properly. Compared to the WMF, you lose the premium build and near-silent operation, but you gain an absurdly generous timer and a price that makes the whole experience zero risk. The trays can stain from beetroot or turmeric over time, and you will need to rotate them because vertical airflow creates uneven heat between levels. But for families looking to ditch store-bought snacks loaded with refined sugar, this is your gateway machine. Peel ripe bananas, slice thin, dust with cinnamon, and 8 hours later, your kids have a snack they will actually fight over. Bonus tip, remove the middle trays, set 35 degrees, and you have a perfect chamber for homemade yogurt or proofing sourdough in winter. The Yashi GJ261B shares quite a bit of DNA with the Egostar. Same 240 watts, 5 BPA free trays, vertical airflow. Temperature starts at 35 degrees up to 70 with a 72-hour timer. So what sets it apart? Total transparency. The see-through trays let you check on food from every angle without lifting the lid. Every time you open a dehydrator, you dump all the hot air and force the motor to work double recovering temperature. With the Yasha, you just glance over from across the kitchen. This model is hugely popular among pet owners who make their own treats. Buy chicken breast or beef liver on sale. Cut into thin strips, dehydrate at 70 degrees, and you get pure protein snacks for your dog without any of the questionable preservatives in commercial products. The tray design is clever too. Rotate each one 180 degrees when stacking, and the offset tabs create taller compartments for bulkier items. Stack them normally, and they nest tight for compact storage. And now we get to one of my personal favorites. The Secotec Vita Dry Pro is where this Spanish brand nailed the balance between performance and everyday livability. 300 watts, 25% more powerful than the budget tier, means noticeably faster drying times right from the start. Temperature from 35 to 70 degrees, 48-hour timer, and a stainless steel base with anti-slip feet that give it serious stability. The standout number is 45 decibels certified, basically the background hum of a quiet library. Getting 300 watts that quiet is genuinely impressive engineering. Compared to the Quasio coming next, you skip horizontal airflow and raw power, but also skip needing permanent counter space the size of a microwave. The hidden gem is thermostat precision. Cheaper machines display 70 degrees on screen while actually swinging between 55 and 75, which gets dangerous when drying raw poultry. The Vita Dry Pro holds its set temperature with remarkable consistency, and that gives you real peace of mind. Imagine spreading mango puree on parchment paper and coming back hours later to perfect homemade fruit leather, or drying tomato skins to grind into intensely flavored powders for pasta. Right, now we step into a completely different league. The Quasio 8-tray stainless steel is where casual snacking ends and serious food preservation begins. 700 watts from a rear-mounted motor pushing horizontal airflow across all 8 trays simultaneously. The entire body is grade 304 stainless steel with double-wall construction. Temperature reaches 85 or even 90 degrees depending on version, 24-hour timer, and despite all that power, it stays under 40 decibels. The horizontal airflow is the game changer here. Unlike every vertical model where the bottom dries faster than the top, the Quasio delivers identical heat to every single tray without opening the tempered glass door. That 90-degree sealing is critical for raw meat, where you need to blast past 70 quickly before the surface seals and traps moisture inside. The trade-off is size, 9 kilograms with microwave dimensions, so this lives on your counter permanently. The exterior gets hot at max temperature, which is why they include heat-resistant gloves. But if you hunt, grow your own vegetables, or picked up 10 kilos of tomatoes at the market, nothing else comes close. Picture loading 3 kilos of seasoned venison strips across 8 spacious trays, closing the door, setting 85 degrees, and walking away. No rotating, no checking, just perfect jerky hours later. The Nebula 6 tray sits right between the Quasio's industrial muscle and the compact verticals. 400 watts of horizontal airflow, 6 stainless steel trays in ABS food-grade housing, LED touch panel, 35 to 70 degrees, 48-hour timer, and a generous transparent front window. Compared to the Quasio, you sacrifice raw power and fully metal construction, but gain something genuinely valuable: a gentler drying environment. The 400-watt motor combined with ABS interior prevents case hardening, where excessive heat dries fruit surfaces so fast they form a crust-trapping moisture inside, causing hidden mold weeks later. That makes the Nebula exceptional for thick cuts of mango, peach, or delicate mushrooms needing slow, even drying from the core outward. It is the top pick in foraging communities for wild mushrooms without destroying their aromatic compounds. And the standardized OEM chassis means replacement parts are easy to find, fantastic for long-term ownership. Finally, the Melchioni family Babel takes us to the opposite extreme: pure simplicity. 250 watts, 5 opaque plastic trays, 40 to 70 degrees on a mechanical rotary dial. No screens, no touch panels, just plug in and turn. Under 2.5 kilograms, the lightest here by far. The lack of electronics gives it a real durability edge, since moisture from food processing is the #1 killer of digital boards over time. The 40-degree minimum does not reach the Egastar's 30 for ultra-low drying, and the vertical design creates a noticeable temperature gap between bottom and top trays. But clever users turn that gradient into an advantage, placing meat on hot bottom trays and herbs on cooler top ones, effectively running 2 programs at once. For potato crisps, dried herbs, or casual experimentation without overthinking, the Babel gets the job done. So here is the breakdown. Maximum capacity and safest for raw meat. Go with the Quasio. Horizontal airflow in a kitchen-friendly package, the Nebula, the sweet spot between power, silence, and build quality, Secotec VitaDry Pro. Minimalist wanting premium materials in the smallest footprint, WMF Kitchen Minis. And for getting started without spending much, the Egastar and Yasha deliver far more than their price suggests, with the Babel as the simplest no-fuss option. All the links are in the description, go check whichever fits. If this helped, subscribe so you do not miss the next one.